Cathie Frank. We're filming right here in Nairobi, Kenya. We've been here for about a week and a half doing a mission. I'm from Yukon, Oklahoma. That's near Oklahoma City. I'm actually a support person. I'm here with my husband, who is a medical doctor as well as a pastor in Oklahoma City. I am one of the non-medical people that come. I'm very non-medical. One of my jobs is just to be friendly and love on people, which is my favorite part of the job. I support Brian. I'm there in the clinics, just doing what needs to be done, helping measure out medicines, or running and getting something, doing whatever. This is my first trip to Kenya. It was made me very aware of lots of things. In a third world country, you just realize what a spoiled American girl you can be, but yet you see how you can get by with much less if you need to, like these people do. The women here, they don't even have the simple pleasures that we enjoy, like a hot shower and lots of good soap and shampoo, but yet one of the things that I find the world over is mothers are the same everywhere you go. They put their children first. They get help for themselves after the children are well taken care of, after they're fed, after they're taken care of medically. Then they take care of themselves, with very few exceptions. It seems to be that way everywhere. And of course, a lot of the children here don't have moms to take care of them, but out at Maisha Orphanage, International Orphanage, where we spent a week, there are lots of children out there being helped and cared for, even without their own moms. There are people there who love on them and make sure that their needs are met.
Can you tell us a bit about Global Mission Partners and ways that helps women from North America help others?
Yes, the organization that I'm here with is Global Mission Partners. They provide lots of medical help, drugs, examinations. They also feed about 300 children a day out at Maisha, buy different products that they need, help them in lots of different ways. And ways that we can all help. GMP is a 501k 501c3 organization, and we can all donate through monetarily. You can look on that website gmp.org to find out different trips that we take, different places we go, where you can even be a part, because over half the people that we take are non-medical, but we also take lots of medical personnel that do different things. But you can dedicate through that. You can donate money, your time. We'd love to have you come on a mission, because there's just nothing like the hands-on opportunities that we have to help the people and love the people there through these different trips.
How's the life of a little girl where you grew up different from the lives of little girls here?
Life of a little girl in the U.S. is very different from here. I never went without a meal. I never went without nice clothes to wear. Didn't always have a lot, but I had nice, clean clothes to wear. I always had a good bed to sleep in. I don't remember ever being without hot water or soap. Here, the little girls, well, out at Maisha, they don't have hot water unless they heat it up over the fire. I didn't really see how many clothes they have, but I know they sleep in, most of them live in one-room huts. Sometimes, shared by a small family, sometimes shared by lots of people. I know out at Maisha, one very small building, one small room was housing 14 boys for a time. So they grew up in a very tough atmosphere out here, and lots of times they've lost parents at a very early age because of mostly because of HIV/AIDS. And I always had parents and family around to love me and care for me.
Can you tell us a bit about the malaria aspect of this particular mission?
Yes, we saw lots of malaria, but Brian was able to get them started with the silver saw, and we already have reports after just a few days that almost all of them are actually feeling much better. Some of them were, I know one woman was very, very sick, and some of the children were not able to go to school, and they're back in school. And that's just very exciting to see that, there's a really good homeopathic type remedy out there that can help them feel better.
You mentioned before that you like observing people, and you're
Yes.
an observer of people. Can you just, let's say, pick one of the widows? Can you tell us what you know of the story of one of the widows that sticks out in your mind?
I don't know that I really heard very many stories of their background. I just know that all of them, without exception, were very loving. Even under their circumstances, I was amazed at how they just smile and deal with what they have to deal with and move on. We had one lady, Hilda, out at the orphanage that did our laundry for us a couple of times while we were there, and when we gave her just a very small amount of money, she was just ecstatic and just loving and excited and thankful. It just amazes me at the wonderful attitudes that all of them have, even under the circumstances. I tended to get a little bit cranky after just a few days, so their attitudes were just amazing.
Can you introduce Beatrice and Mama Grace to us? Just how their stories interrelate, and just a sketch of what their background is.
Well, Beatrice is actually a pastor with Brian in Oklahoma City, but she was born in Kenya, born on the kitchen floor. She has been coming back home now for a few years. She's actually realized how very Americanized she had become, but she comes back each year, and her mother, Mama Grace, is the one who oversees the orphanage year-round. Just awesome women. Mama Grace lost her husband to AIDS, and so they've suffered firsthand. They've lost firsthand, knowing what these other women are going through. Pastor B is the one. She brings. I think this year she had about 25 college girls that came with her. She's very good at impressing you in your need to come and help. But they are both very loving women who love all the people around them. And Mama Grace even has given up her home. They're trying to get her a new house because she's given up her own home to house people and feed people. And from what I understand, Mama Grace gave very sacrificially as her children were growing up. She went without food for days and days so that her children could have food, and that's when Bee started realizing that how many of her peers had died when she and her siblings lived, and that is due a lot to what her mother did in her growing up years and taking care